everybody, and welcome to Traveling in 2020. My name is Laura Depesh, and I'm the manager of social media here at Bursch Travel. Today with me, I have Miss Emily Hollermann. Hi, Emily.
Hello, everybody.
Emily is a travel advisor in our St. Cloud office. And when she's not busy traveling or booking your vacation, she is traveling herself and likely in the great outdoors. She just got back from a 10-day road trip through some of America's most beautiful national parks. So you can bet that the second she got home, we had to pin her down and get all of the details. So we are going to try to take a big trip, smush it down to maybe 10 minutes. So let's get right to it. Emily, where did you go and how long were you gone?
Yeah, we were gone about 10 days, and we started in Minnesota and went through South Dakota, and we saw the Badlands, and then Custer State Park, Wind Cave National Park. Couldn't miss out on Mount Rushmore, of course. We also saw Crazy Horse, stopped at Devil's Tower, went through Wyoming, went through the Bighorn Mountains, and of course we couldn't leave out Yellowstone National Park, and we also stopped at the Tetons. And then we went up through Montana, stopped at Little Bighorn National Monument, through Teddy Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, and ended back in Minnesota.
Wow, that is a huge road trip. How did you even know where to begin? What destinations to choose along the way?
Well, we did a lot of research ahead of time, tried to decide what spots we wanted to stop at, what we wanted to see and do. But we also reached out to a few of our offices in Wyoming and South Dakota, and they were a great resource. Our travel advisors there had so much insider knowledge for us to, stop and see and do and all that sort of stuff. So they were a great resource to use for sure.
I love it. Travel advisors using other travel advisors. I think that's one of the big benefits at Bursch Travel is that we have so many of you spread all across, especially the Midwest, that there's typically somebody who's been where we're looking to go and we can get that firsthand information. All right, well, so you clearly had many stops, but if you had to pick one, if I had to choose one of your places, where should I go?
Oh, there were so many great choices. I loved them all, but I would have to say my favorite was the Grand Tetons. That mountain range is my favorite in the United States. So that would probably have to be my favorite stop that we made along the way. An incredible hike where we took a boat ride across Jenny Lake, and we hiked to Hidden Falls and up to Inspiration Point and through the Cascade Canyon. And it had incredible views along the way.
Holy cow, you are not kidding. After all of that hiking, I know you needed to stop and go to restaurants, get something to eat so you can keep going. Were there any different protocols for COVID, mask-wise, reservations? What's the situation with food and with masks?
Yeah, so masks were required in a lot of areas, especially when we were inside. But we also wore masks outside, like on the boat ride on Jenny Lake, masks were required. And then when we were on the boardwalks in Yellowstone National Park, where it was really crowded, because of course all the popular sites like Old Faithful and Mammoth Hot Springs, you couldn't really socially distance on some of those boardwalks. So we did wear masks in a lot of those areas. For eating, a lot of cafes were open and restaurants were open, but a lot of them either had limited capacity or we had to sit outside. Inside the parks, it was definitely easiest to have a picnic. So when we wanted to eat, we could. But otherwise, if we wanted to use a sit-down restaurant, then calling ahead to make reservations was really the best choice and the easiest way to do that. Because otherwise, especially in Wyoming and Montana, they might not have had room for us.
You do not want to find me without a meal. So thanks for the tip. Speaking of planning ahead, did you stay in hotels along the way or did you camp? What was your nightly routine like?
Yeah, so we did stay in hotels the entire time. We made our reservations ahead of time, which we were really glad that we did because we did see some hotels that had no vacancy because they did have limited occupancy. Due to COVID. Masks were required in the lobbies and they had extra cleaning protocols. So we felt safe and healthy the entire time. We did bring our own pillows as a extra precaution, but we were really glad we stayed in the hotels because we ran into a few campers that said they had to get up at 3 in the morning just to find a campsite for the next night. So if you are camping, definitely plan ahead, make reservations. And if you're staying in hotels too, making reservations is the way to go.
Perfect. Well, my last question for you, I mean, a vacation can be perfect, but I'm always looking ways to kind of up the ante. So if you do this road trip again, what would you change or what would you do differently?
If I could spend more time, I definitely would. It's always hard to fit everything in, and we definitely tried to fit everything in, maybe tried a little too hard because we did feel rushed at some points, and it would have been nice to slow things down and spend a little bit more time. Like in Yellowstone National Park, there's just way too much to see and do there. And I didn't realize, other than the geysers and hot springs, there's also the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone in the park as well, which has these beautiful rock formations and colors, and the beautiful Yellowstone River running through it with waterfalls. And it would have been nice to slow things down and spend a few more days there maybe to do some hiking.
Wow. Yeah, that looks spectacular. Well, thank you, Emily. See, short, fairly easy. If I need help with my next road trip, I'm definitely going to give you a call. If there's anything we missed, viewers, let us know in the details, let us know in the comments down below, please. Next week, so next Tuesday, we're going a little bit different speed. So if your idea of the great outdoors is poolside with an umbrella drink, my idea, you're going to want to join us. Erin, another one of our travel advisors, is going to tell us all about her vacation to Jamaica. So thank you again, Emily. Have a great rest of your week. And everybody else, I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.